out here on a less windy day. If you saw the last video on this Heritage Rancher, it was pretty windy that day. We had about 12 to 15 mile an hour winds, and it was throwing off these small little 22s at anything beyond 100 yards. So I wanted to come back out here at on a less windy day and do a little bit more accuracy testing. This is not exactly an accurate rifle, but I do want to kind of put it to the test and see what it can do. So the goal today is to get out to at least 200 yards. But first, I want to do some chronograph testing, and we're going to start with some Remington Thunderbolt, and then got a couple of different rounds here. This is the Aguila Interceptors, and they're claiming 1,470 feet per second. And then I got my hands on some of these. These are the Norma Eco Speed, lead free, and these are going 1,706 feet per second. Norma is really bad about overestimating their velocity, so I'm pretty sure we're going to come nowhere near to 1,700. I'm guessing most of their testing is out of something like a 20 to 24 inch rifle, and this is only a 16 inch. So we'll put that to the test and then switch over to some 22 mag, the Hornady VMAX 30 grain. And just before I forget, that Norma Eco Speed, what is that? 24 grain. So it's a very small bullet. But we're going to start with the Remington Thunderbolt. And I'm at about 10 feet.
For one thing, his butt sticks out like an air conditioner.
Ooh, a daffodil.
.937. Wow. Remington Thunderbolt is supposed to be going around 1,200 feet per second, so that is way slower. 902. 782. Oh my gosh. 986. 948. 711. Thank you, come again. So that was kind of surprising just for starters. I got all the way down to 711 for Remington Thunderbolt. So one other thing too about this rifle over, say like a bolt action or even a semi-auto, is that you're definitely going to lose some velocity in between the cylinder and the barrel. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. I bet if you were shooting this out of like a bolt action, you'd be getting velocities a lot higher. I'll notate the average, but I'm guessing it was somewhere in the 800s. So pretty slow, as a matter of fact. I think I was shooting the Ruger LCP Light Rack 22, and I think that averaged at like 888 feet per second with the Remington Thunderbolt, and that's a 2.8 inch barrel. So I don't know what's going on with this, but let's move on to the Interceptors and see if we can get something a little bit faster. All right, loaded back up with Aguila Interceptors. They're claiming 1,470 feet per second. We're definitely going to get nowhere near that. I wouldn't blame the gun for the inconsistencies with the Remington Thunderbolt. That stuff is very inconsistent, but I'm thinking these Aguilas are going to do a little better. .927. 935. 940. Yeah, 940. 986. 915. 976. All right. Way more consistent with those Interceptors, but that's to be expected. Remington Thunderbolt is bulk stuff. These Interceptors come in a box of 50, so they're just, I guess, a little nicer. But again, nowhere near the velocities that I was thinking. I was thinking at least 1,000 feet per second, but we're gonna step it up for the 22 long rifle one more time and do these Norma Eco Speeds. Alrighty. They say 1,700. Hopefully we get at least above 1,000. I don't think we've gotten over 1,000 yet, but I'm pretty sure this will. $897. 762. 888. 999. 807. 903. Wow, way less than what's advertised. Again, you're losing a lot of gas out of the cylinder, and this is only a 16-inch barrel, but I definitely expected it to be faster than that. With, I think it was the MHP testing that I was doing out of my 380. The Norma MHP that claims about 1,200 feet per second. I think I was only getting an average of like in the 900s with a Ruger LCP Max, and which is kind of like the industry standard for 380s these days. But anyways, they're usually nowhere close to what's advertised, but I definitely didn't expect that low. I'll notate the average, and I'm thinking it was like in the 800s or something like that, but I thought we were going to get way faster than that, at least 1,000, but no thousands yet. So maybe that explains a lot when I'm shooting this at long ranges, because there is quite a drop. I noticed. I didn't think there would be so much of a drop, but yeah. Anyways, let's just move on to the 22 mag real fast. Got the 22 mag cylinder loaded up here with the Hornady VMAX. It's a 30 grain projectile that's supposedly going 2,200 feet per second. Out of this, however, way less. I'm pretty sure with the 22 mag, we're gonna definitely break 1,000, and I'm guessing maybe 1,100, something like that. So about half of what they claim, which is again 2,200 feet per second. Let's find out. Okay. I was way off on my prediction, and this time I'm pleasantly surprised. 1552. 1395. 1322. 1360. 1445. 1267. Man, there's a huge deviation there, so that's unfortunate. So you're looking at an average of about 1,400, something like that. I'll notate the average, but a little better with the 22 mag. So now that we're done with the chronograph testing, let's go and push it back. If you guys watched the first video, you saw that I did 25 and then 50 yards, so we're just going to start at 100 yards and go from there. I was going to try the Aguila Interceptors out here at 100 yards. I did just try it off camera, and I wasn't too happy with the accuracy. This Rancher is not really an accurate rifle. It was definitely not built for accuracy. It's just built for fun. So I'm going to skip the 22 long rifle and just go straight for this Hornady VMAX here. Kind of found that resting it on the trigger guard up here on top of the rest, I kind of get a little bit more stabilization, and I have my gloves on because my fingers are pretty close to that cylinder. I might feel a little gas coming out, but you know, it's not that bad. I was taking some shots off camera and I couldn't really feel much, but let's go for it. Oh, I missed. It's shooting pretty high. I think I got it aimed down the bottom of the target. Yep. Woo! That is grouping nicely down there. I don't know what was going on with the... Oh, this is the wrong thing. I don't know what was going on with that Aguila interceptors, but this stuff... Let's see if I can get a shot of it real quick. So, if y'all can't see it, I'll roll in the picture, but I'm getting a really nice group, like a 2 to 3 inch group right at the top of the target, a little bit to the left. But right now the flag's not blowing, but there was a little bit of wind blowing to the left, so that might be why it's kind of going left. But yeah, I'm pretty happy right now with that at 100 yards. Let's push back to 150 real quick. So I guess you can be kind of accurate with this. Not really accurate, but right now I've got a flag down there, and we got a little bit of wind blowing to the left, but there's not that much wind out here. But it was shooting really high at 100 yards, so I'm hoping that if I just aim directly in the center, that it'll be right on at 150, but let's find out. No, that was a miss. Wow, it's still shooting high. But that's okay. That should be good for when I push it back to 200 yards. That was pretty close to center. Yeah, let's have no problem at 150 today. That hit directly in the middle, but way high. Oh, okay. Let's go and do 6 more rounds at 150 because I have a good feeling. Whoop. There we go. Sometimes if you have the rifle like this, the casings fall down a little bit like that, making it sort of difficult to, or which can sort of jam up the cylinder. But anyways, the 22 long rifle ejects pretty well on its own, but as you can see with the 22 mag, most rounds I gotta throw out with the other hand. It's kind of amazing what a difference not having wind makes. Because if y'all watch the other video, which I highly recommend you go watch that if you haven't before you watch this one, but I was having a very difficult time connecting at 150 yards with I think it was like I was saying earlier, about a 12-mile-an-hour wind. But now we have almost no wind. It's probably about 2 to 3 miles an hour. There is a flag up there, which I think I already mentioned. So that also makes it a little easier just so I can see where the wind's going. That was my bad. I don't know what happened there. Easy as pie. At least when you're not missing. But yeah, it's doing 150 no problem. So let's go ahead and push it back to 200 and really push the limits of this Heritage Rancher. I've got the target back out at 200 yards, and I can see by the flag out there's not that much wind, but it's blowing a little bit. It's mostly blowing towards me. At 150, I forgot to show you guys the group, but I was actually kind of pleased. There was a decent little group on the top part of the target, so I took a picture while I was up there, and I'll go ahead and roll that in. For the shots I was just aiming at the bottom of the target, they were hitting right there at the top. And now I'm shooting a little bit up in elevation. That target is probably 10 feet above where I am. So, you know, it's going to cause the bullet to drop a little bit, as well as the fact that now it's out at 200 yards will hopefully also cause it to drop a little bit. But yeah, this scope is obviously not sighted in very well, but it's doing good enough. It is just a very cheap, generic, rebranded Chinese scope. I mean, rebranded by Remington, but you know, this thing definitely came from China. It actually doesn't say made in China anywhere, but I bet that's where it's made. So anyways, gonna load up 6 rounds of the VMAX. Again, this is just a project gun, or at least if you watched the last video, I explained that. This is not meant to be a serious precision rifle by any means, but let's see how it does at 200 yards. Saw some grass fly up. I think right at the bottom. I hit. That's really hard to hear, but it hit right to the left. There is a little bit of wind blowing to the left, but now I'm aiming right at the top of the target. I guess I'll aim a little right. Yep. We're on. It's actually hitting pretty much where I'm aiming right now. No, not that time. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's doing pretty good though. Let's load up another 6 rounds. Right, 6 more rounds loaded up. That was a miss. That was a hit. Oh, come on. I think it might be blowing a little too much to the left. Should probably aim right. Yep. gonna do 6 more rounds. This is fun out at 200 yards. We're definitely getting some connections. That wind really does affect this little 30 grain bullet though, out at 200 yards. That was a hit. Hit. Miss. Hit. Miss. Hit. All right, yeah, let's do another 6 rounds real quick. Because honestly, it is pretty fun shooting this at 200 yards. I'm having a good time. Even if I'm not connecting on every shot. It's just beautiful out here today. I'm really enjoying the walks back and forth. But this is probably going to be about it right here. All right. Last 6. That was a hit. That was a miss. That was a miss. Hit. Miss. I think that was a hit. That was hard to hear, but I think it was. That's about all she wrote. That was fun. Honestly, these, heritage revolvers and ranchers are just kind of fun project guns. I've got the barkeep right here. Just something to, I guess, occupy your time. If you're into shooting and gunsmithing and stuff like that. These are just kind of fun to play around with. So, not meant to be taken seriously by any means. But I guess that's about it. The Rossi, or I keep calling it the Rossi Rancher. The Heritage Rancher. She's a fun little gun. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up right there. I think I forgot to mention before, it's about 45 degrees, but very little wind. I mean, sun's beating down. Besides that weird cloud of smoke in the distance, there's literally no cloud in the sky. So I actually did bring some other guns out here. I'm going to get to those, but I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.